Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tanasia if this is your first time watching. So today I'm going to show you all how I made this personalized shot glass using my Cricut machine. This is an updated version of my first video where I used the font that was featured on the Cricut app. This time I decided to use cursive font. If you want to see how I made this shot glass, please continue to watch. The supplies you'll need are a Cricut machine, of course, Cricut adhesive foil, but I would suggest using permanent vinyl, Cricut vinyl transfer tape, Cricut basic tool set, Cricut light grip adhesive cutting mat, a Cricut Brayer, which is the roller, a shot glass, a tape measure, and some scissors. First thing that I do is measure my shot glass with my tape measure because I kind of want to see what length I can make the word that I'm putting on the shot glass because I don't want to make it too big, nor I don't want it to be too small. I prep my cutting mat with the adhesive foil because I want it to be good to go as soon as I'm done with the design, and I make it a little bit bigger than the shot glass just in case anything happens, and I set that to the side for when I'm ready for it. So let's head over to our Cricut app and we're going to open up a new project. So go ahead and hit add text and write whatever word you're going to put on your glass. I'm typing bride. So then we're going to go ahead and hit fonts and type Goldie Rainbow, which is the font that I'm using. And you can download this font at thefont.com. So I want to make the word a little bit bigger so I can see everything, and I want to close those gaps in, so I go to letter space and use the down arrow to bring all of the letters together. So once all the letters are together, we're going to go to line type and we're going to click draw. So you hit draw so that you can see where your letters are going to overlap at. So I feel like that's really good where it's at. So I'll go ahead and hit weld, and weld brings everything together so when it cuts out as one and not as separate letters. So then we're going to go back to line type and take it back to cut. So right here, I'm just playing with the size of the word. I don't want it over 3 inches, but I don't want it to cover all of the glass. So I thought about 2 inches or a little bit over was the perfect size. So after I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and hit make it. So right here, I'm just making sure that everything looks good, that bride won't fall onto the mat and cut the mat. So everything looks good. So I'll go ahead and hit continue. Let's go to our machine really quickly and turn our machine on, and then go ahead and turn the knob to vinyl. And it's finding the machine, and then just follow these steps 1, 2, and 3. I'm at step 2 and I'm just loading everything on my actual Cricut. So we move from step 2 to step 3, and we're going to press go on the machine, and now we are preparing to cut, and now we're going to start cutting. So you'll see the percentage of how much is cutting on the screen, and you can watch your Cricut to see the machine cut out the word. We're at 100% with cutting, so we're going to unload our material and then press finish. Now we are done. Now I take the vinyl off of the cutting mat, and then I take my scissors and cut the extra paper from around the word. I just like to do that just because I don't like to have to peel off any extra paper. Next, I take my Cricut vinyl transfer tape and I cut it to the exact size of the actual word. So we'll take that transfer tape and put that on top of the word so that we can stick it onto the glass. Now I'm going to peel off the excess vinyl. You'll see that I'm using my fingers, but you can use a weeder or some tweezers. You'll see that I'll use tweezers for the smaller areas because I can't peel that off with my fingers. This is how bride is going to look on our shot glass, and we're just going to take our transfer tape and put that on top of our bride. So we're just going to take the tape off of the backing and stick that right on top. And then we're going to take our roller and our scraper, and I'm going to go in between the two and try to get it as stuck as possible on the transfer tape, because we're just going to peel that transfer tape off with bride on there and put that on the shot glass. But this can take from 1 minute to 5 minutes. You just want to be as stuck as possible. We're going to peel off the transfer tape with bride attached to it. And you see that I'm being very careful. You don't want to just rip it off. And now I'm going to take my shot glass and my transfer tape, and we're going to put those together. I wanted bride to be vertical. I did not want it to be horizontal, but you can do it whatever way you want to. And I just do it very carefully because I wanted it to be centered. And that's how it looks. I try to smooth it down some, but I'm going to take the brayer, which is the roller, and I'm going to take the scraper, and I'm going to go in between the two. Because it's not permanent vinyl, we really want it to have a really good stick, so that's why I go in between the scraper and the roller. But also make sure that you're not putting the word close to the mouth part, because when the person drinks out of it, you don't want them hitting the word, nor you don't want it to come off at all. Now we're slowly going to peel off our transfer tape, and we're going to do it slowly because we want to make sure that bride doesn't come off with the transfer tape. We want to make sure that it's stuck to the shot glass. This is the finished product up close, and you see that bride is nice and stuck on there. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this is a better tutorial than my first one and more in depth. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so that you don't miss another upload, and I will see you all next time. Bye, y'all.